Life is not only about peace, it is also about battles. Not always with swords and guns, but battles in our mind, in our career, in our relationships. Every day we fight. We fight with problems, we fight with competition, we fight with self-doubt inside us. Robert Greene, in his book, The 33 Strategies of War, teaches us something very powerful. He says, strategies used by great kings, warriors, and leaders in history can also be used today in our personal life and business. Think about it. When a company competes with another company, is it not a war? When you are struggling to win a job promotion, is it not a battle? When you are trying to control your mind from fear and laziness, is it not a fight inside? That is why these strategies are so important. They are not just about military history, they are about survival, growth, and success in daily life. In this series, we will understand each of the 33 strategies with simple examples, real stories, and clear lessons. If you apply even a few of them, you will learn how to think sharper, act smarter, and win your own battles in life. So let's begin the journey into the 33 strategies of war.
Part 1. Self-directed warfare, inner battles. Friends, in Part 1, we will talk about the most important battlefield, your own mind. Before you fight outside, you must win inside. These are 4 strategies to master yourself and win your life battles. 1. Declare war on your enemies. Don't be neutral. Identify opponents. Friends, now we are going deep into the first strategy. Declare war on your enemies. Now listen carefully. This does not mean you should pick up weapons and fight people. This is about a mental war. The biggest enemies in your life are not outside, they are inside. And until you recognize them, you cannot defeat them. Why declare war? Most people live in confusion. They never clearly decide what is stopping me. Who or what is my enemy? Because of this, they stay stuck. When you are neutral, when you avoid facing your enemies, they grow stronger. Laziness becomes bigger. Fear becomes bigger. Distractions eat your time. Bad habits destroy your focus. But the moment you declare war, you say, yes, this is my enemy. I will fight it every single day. That is when real growth starts. Your enemies are not always people. Some enemies are people, yes. A toxic boss, a negative friend, someone who pulls you down. But most of the time, the enemy is inside you. Laziness, fear of failure, procrastination, overthinking, social media addiction, bad money habits. These are silent enemies. If you don't declare war, they will quietly destroy your life. Example story. Let me give you an example. There was a young man who always wanted to start his own business. Every year he said, next year I will start. But 10 years passed and he was still in the same job. Why? Because his enemy was fear. He never declared war on it. He kept saying, one day I will be ready. But that day never came. Another person, same dream. He declared war on fear. He said, I may fail, but I will try. He started small, faced rejection, learned step by step. Within 5 years, he was running his own successful business. The difference was not talent. The difference was, one identified his enemy, the other ignored it. How to declare war in your life. Identify your top 3 enemies. Take a notebook. Write down honestly, what are the 3 things stopping me right now? It may be laziness, debt, fear, wrong company, or endless scrolling on phone. Make a battle plan. If your enemy is laziness, wake up early, make a daily routine, track your progress. If your enemy is fear, take small actions, face discomfort step by step. If your enemy is distractions, delete apps, block websites, use focus timers. Attack every single day. War is not one big fight. It is a daily battle. Every day you win small battles, and slowly you destroy the enemy. Friends, remember this. If you don't declare war, your enemies will silently control you. But when you declare war, you gain clarity, energy, and purpose. So today, take 10 minutes, write your enemies, make your plan, and then fight daily. This is the first step of self-directed warfare, and it will change your life. Life is a battlefield. If you don't declare your enemies, you will lose without even fighting.
2. Do not fight the last war. Don't repeat old strategies. Friends, in the last lesson, we learned how important it is to declare war on your enemies. Now we move to strategy 2. Do not fight the last war. What does this mean? Many people fail in life not because they are lazy, but because they are fighting with old strategies. They are using yesterday's methods to solve today's problems. Think about it. The world is changing every single day. Technology, business, relationships, nothing remains the same. If you fight today's battle with yesterday's tools, you will surely lose. Example from history. After World War I, France built a huge wall called the Maginot Line. It was designed to stop German attacks. But when World War II started, Germany did not attack from the same place. They bypassed the wall and came from another route. France was fighting the last war, not the present one. Result? They lost quickly. This is exactly what happens in our life. We repeat old patterns, old strategies, and wonder why they don't work anymore. Modern life example. A student prepares for exams using old notes while the syllabus has changed. Result? Failure. A business person uses the same marketing tricks again and again, while competitors are using new online tools. Result? Loss. In relationships, people keep repeating the same mistakes with new partners. Result? Heartbreak. The lesson is simple. Every new battle needs new thinking. How to apply in your life? Study the situation fresh. Don't assume today's problem is the same as yesterday's. Look at it with new eyes. Stay updated. Read, learn, upgrade your skills. The world is moving fast. If you stay behind, you lose. Don't be rigid. Be flexible. What worked 5 years ago may not work today. Be ready to change. Imagine a cricket player who scored runs 10 years ago with his old style. Today, bowlers have new techniques, pitches are different, and the game is faster. If he keeps playing the same old way, he will fail. To succeed, he must adapt. Life is the same. Yesterday's success formula can become tomorrow's failure if you don't upgrade. Friends, always remember this. Don't live in the past. Don't repeat old mistakes. Don't use yesterday's weapons in today's war. Every challenge is new. Every battle is different. See it fresh, make a new plan, and move forward.
3. Amidst the turmoil, keep your presence of mind. Stay calm in chaos. Friends, now we are talking about the third strategy. Amidst the turmoil, keep your presence of mind. Why is this important? Life is full of chaos. Problems come suddenly, failures, losses, arguments, emergencies. Most people panic. They lose control. Their mind becomes weak. And because of this, they make wrong decisions. But history shows us the winner is the one who stays calm in chaos. Example from history. When Alexander the Great fought battles, sometimes he was heavily outnumbered. His soldiers got scared. But Alexander stood calm, gave simple, clear instructions, and boosted morale. Because of his calmness, his army won again and again. If he had panicked, the army would have collapsed. Modern life example. Think about a student who sees a tough exam paper. Some students panic, forget everything, and fail. Another student breathes deeply, stays calm, solves what he knows first, and passes. The difference is not intelligence, it is presence of mind. Or in business, when a crisis happens, one entrepreneur blames everyone and shuts down. Another entrepreneur stays calm, finds a solution, and saves the company. How to build presence of mind. Train yourself before chaos comes. Practice calmness daily. Meditation, deep breathing, journaling. These build inner strength. Detach from emotions. When chaos happens, step back. Don't react immediately. Say to yourself, I will not panic. I will think first. Focus on the next step only. In crisis, don't think of 100 problems. Just focus on the next action. Step by step, you move forward. There was a pilot whose plane engines failed mid-air. Passengers screamed, panic everywhere. But the pilot stayed calm, controlled the plane step by step, and landed safely. Later he said, if I had panicked, everyone would have died. Calmness saved us. This is the power of presence of mind. Friends, remember this. Chaos is a part of life. You cannot avoid it. But if you stay calm in the storm, you will find solutions that others cannot see. Presence of mind is your secret weapon. In chaos, the weak panic. The strong stay calm and win.
4. Create a sense of urgency and desperation. Push yourself with pressure. Friends, in the last lesson, we saw how staying calm in chaos gives you strength. Now, we go to strategy 4. Create a sense of urgency and desperation. Why this matters? Human beings are naturally lazy. If life is too comfortable, we don't push ourselves. Think about it. When the deadline is far away, we waste time. But when the deadline is tomorrow, suddenly we work with full focus. This is the secret. When we feel urgency, our hidden energy comes out. Example from history. Centuries ago, a famous Chinese general named Shang Yu once burned his soldiers' boats after crossing the river. He told them, now we cannot go back. We must fight with full force or we will die. The soldiers fought with desperation and won against a much larger army. By removing the easy option of retreat, the general created urgency, and victory came. Modern life example. A student studies the whole syllabus in one night before the exam, something he couldn't do in 1 month. An entrepreneur builds his best ideas when his company is near failure. A person finally quits smoking after a doctor warns of serious disease. When life gives urgency, we act. But smart people don't wait. They create urgency for themselves. How to apply in daily life. Set deadlines. Don't give yourself unlimited time. Fix a target date. Example, I will finish this project in 7 days. Remove comfort zones. If you want to save money, cut your credit cards. If you want to wake up early, put your alarm far from the bed. Think as if your life depends on it. Imagine, if I don't do this now, I will lose everything. This mindset creates desperation and focus. There was a man who always dreamed of writing a book. For 10 years, he delayed. One day he told himself, if I don't write it in the next 6 months,
I will never allow myself to watch TV again. This self-created urgency worked. He wrote his book in 5 months. Friends, remember this. Comfort makes us weak. Urgency makes us strong. And desperation unlocks our hidden power. So don't wait for life to force urgency on you. Create it yourself and see how your results multiply. When your back is against the wall, you discover your true strength. Friends, we have now finished part 1 of the 33 strategies of war, self-directed warfare. Let us quickly revise what we learned. Declare war on your enemies. Don't stay neutral. Identify your real enemies, fear, laziness, bad habits, or negative people, and fight them daily. Do not fight the last war. Don't repeat old strategies. Every battle is new, every situation is fresh. Adapt and evolve. Amidst the turmoil, keep your presence of mind. In chaos, don't panic. Stay calm, think clearly, and act wisely. Create a sense of urgency and desperation. Comfort makes us weak. Urgency makes us strong. When you push yourself with pressure, your hidden power comes out. The big lesson of part 1? Before you fight battles outside, you must first win the battles inside. If your mind is confused, weak, or lazy, you will lose even before the war begins. But if your mind is sharp, calm, and full of urgency, no one can stop you. So remember, self-mastery is the first step to victory. Inner battles decide outer battles. Only when you conquer yourself, you can conquer the world. The greatest general is the one who first wins the war inside his own mind.